we have the VS-AXESS-2 ETL, that's the two-door entry level, and we have the VS-AXESS-4 ETL, that's the four-door access control panel. Okay, so the main feature is that it's again TCP/IP and Wiegand. It has an advanced access control, excellent event management, alarm outputs and inputs, tamper-proof, and it comes with the main feature of the time and attendance, that you can check who came in, at what time they check in, and what time they check out, all the events, and also the work hours, and all that information from the time and attendance that can be exported to an Excel and can be used for a payroll information. Okay, so in the specifications, you can add up to 20,000 cards and 70,000 events. They are CE and FCC certificated, and the configuration is the same topology that I showed you before. The main client software and desktop computer through the TCP/IP to the access control panel, the readers through Wiegand, the locking devices with hardwire, and that will be the configuration of the ETL panel. So on the other hand, we have the Deluxe series of the access control panels. This one is also up to 4 doors, can have to 4 readers connected to the panel, 1 alarm output, 4 door magnetic or inputs for the locking devices, and 4 door switches for the exit button. Okay, so the main models that we have for the Deluxe panels are the VS-AXESS-2 DLX and the VS-AXESS-4 DLX. So again, the features are the same as the ETL panel on the entry level, but we have this right here, which is the fire alarm extension for allowing the panel to connect to a fire alarm panel for in case of fire. The fire alarm panel triggers the relay output and activates the alarm extension to release all doors in case of fire. It also has a space for the UPS or battery backup. It has a bus bar for easier connection, and it also has a breaker switch for electrical protection. Okay. So in this slide here, let me show you here. Let me put the pointer so you can see what I'm saying. Okay, so on the left-hand side of the slide, we can see the entry-level panel. The entry-level panel comes with a PCB board. It's pre-wired for the power outlet for the power cord, and it has on the left side the reader terminals, and on the right-hand side the locking and exit button terminals. And on the other hand, on the right-hand side, we can see the Deluxe panel. You can see the cabinet is a little bit bigger, and it has more space on the top. You can see that it has a bus bar for easier connection, where you can connect or do the wiring on the top for all the components, readers, exit buttons, and locking devices. The bus bar is intended for easier connection, so everything is pre-wired from the bus bar to the PCB board. And on the left-hand side, you can see the extension board. On the extension board, that's the fire alarm extension board and alarm extension for strobes or bells or horns that you want to connect, but specifically used for the fire alarm connection with the fire alarm panel. On the bottom, on the left-hand side, on the bottom left corner, we can see in the space, that's where you install the UPS battery backup. And on the lower right-hand side, we have the breaker switch for electrical protection. Okay, so far, I wonder if you have any questions. Let me see the chat. Yes, Sebastian can email you the recording session. And let's wait. If you guys have any question, you can participate now, or we can see it at the end of the presentation. I will be reading your question during the presentation. If you have any questions, please let us know through the chat. Someone is typing. Just give it a moment. The RS485 is just for the fire alarm extension. Yes, Granville, that's just for the fire alarm extension, the RS485, okay? All right, so someone is typing, okay, thanks. Okay, Granville, thanks for your participation. Let's continue. We have the 2 ETL panel, which is the 2-door panel. We have the 4 ETL panel, which is the 4-door panel for the entry level. We have the 2 DLX, the 2 Deluxe version of 2-door panel, and the 4 DLX, the 4-door panel. Keep in mind that on the 2 doors, you can connect 2 readers, 1 reader for each door, or you can connect 1 reader with 1 door with 1 reader of entrance and 1 reader of exit. And on the 4-door version of the panels, you can connect 4 readers for each door, or you can connect 2 doors with reader for entrance and exit for each door. Okay, so it depends if you want to configure the topology or the architecture of the access control with readers for entrance and exit, or reader and exit button. Okay. So on the next slide, and this is how the software, the access control software looks like. Its name is Titan VS-AXESS. This is how it looks like. This is the main interface. It has a communication setup, a schedule, controller, fingerprint collection, the alarm setup, the door setup, global anti-password, which is one of the main features, employees, access group, card, department, elevator, real-time monitor, event upload, information query, and set up a download to transfer the information to the panel, and some other features, but these are the main features of the Titan VS-AXESS software. This is how the communication setup looks like. This is the software, the setup, the real-time monitor, and information query, and all the settings that you have for the software. It's very intuitive and easy to use. Keep in mind that this is a free software. You don't need to purchase any license. It's a free software that you can download from a website or from the USB drive that comes with the unit. Okay. All right. On the entry, before we pass on down to the next session, I want to let you guys know that we are developing a newer version of the panels, which are going to be OSDP technology, and they're going to have a cloud interface and a cloud storage and also a web browser, so you can access through the web browser remotely to the panel, and the cloud version for the access control. And we're developing that. We'll probably launch that new panel, the OSDP technology panel and web browser technology access control panel, that will be probably released on the next quarter of this year. So after we have that product launch, we can present you the main features. But just to let you know that we're developing a new version of the panel for access control on Visionis. Okay. Now, continuing with the presentation, on the entry devices, we have fingerprint readers, we have outdoor indoor only Wiegand card reader. We have a standalone Wiegand indoor and outdoor weatherproof keypad. We have only indoor card reader or keypad slash card reader, and we have the standalone indoor and outdoor readers. For the fingerprint readers, we have this model, which is the BIS 3031. It's an indoor access control biometric fingerprint reader. It also has a card reader, and it can read cards. It also has Wiegand communication, so you can connect it to an access control panel. And we have the TCP/IP for Ethernet connection. It has two communications through Wiegand and through TCP/IP. They are both mandatory. And it has Wiegand 26-bit communication. It can also read up to 3,000 or program up to 3,000 EM cards and 3,000 fingerprints, and it also has the feature of time and attendance. Okay. Now we have Wiegand proximity card readers. On the Wiegand card readers, we have on the left-hand side, we can see the VIS 3100, which is the card reader only. The 3100 comes in black, the 3101 comes in white. It's an access control outdoor IP66 rated card reader, and it's only compatible with Wiegand 26-bit communication and EM cards. We have the 3100 in black and the 3101 in white. And for the proximity cards, we have three versions of the cards, actually two. One for the EM card, which is a DS Prox card. We have also a combo card that is EM and also Mayfair technology. And we have the VIS key tags or key fobs, which are very handy, and they are 125 kilohertz. So those are the cards and key tags that we have for all the entry devices that we have. Okay. The next slide shows us the Wiegand keypad that we have. We have a different line of keypads. We have the VIS 3000, which is the first one on the left. It's an indoor-outdoor rated IP68 weatherproof, vandal-proof metal digital keypad. It can work in standalone without software or access control panel, and it's also Wiegand 26-bit for the connection with the panels. Okay. On the other hand, we have the VIS 3003, which is similar to the 3000, but it's a slim line. We have the 3005, similar to the 3003, but the 3003 have press keys, and the 3005 have push keys. And we also have the VIS 3008, which is similar, but it has a black physical specification. And it's also Wiegand 26, and all of those keypads can read up to 1,000 users. Okay, so here we can see the different models: the 3000, 3003, 3004, 3005, 3008, the 3022, and the 3002, which is indoor only. The first 6 keypads are for indoor and outdoor use, and the 3002 is for indoor use. Okay, so all of them can read up to 1,000 users, or the 3008 up to 2,000 users. Okay, we have a question here, Davin Willie. The mini controller is not mandatory. Okay, I will go to the mini controller in a moment, but just to let you know and answer your question, the mini controller is mandatory only if you're gonna use the keypad or card readers in a standalone application. If you're using the keypads or card readers with a panel, you don't need the mini controller, okay? The mini controller, again, is just for standalone application. Okay, so we go to that part on the standalone solutions. Like Damon was asking, this is the mini controller. The mini controller is, like his name says, is a mini controller. It's a controller that allows you to connect different entry devices, all our line of entry devices on Wiegand. So this product was launched due to the need of adding external or extra security to the standalone product or solution. Why? Because we got some information that someone with a strong magnet, it puts the magnet on top of any of the readers that are in standalone, and the strong magnet can trigger the relay on the device, and it can open the door. So for us to solve that lack in security, we added the mini controller. So in this case, if someone tries to hack the system with a strong magnet and it puts it on top of the reader, it will not trigger the relay of the reader because the communication is through Wiegand. So that's why we have on the standalone solution the mini controller. It's for a single door. You can connect any Wiegand reader from 26-bit to 37-bit on Wiegand, and that allows you to have a more secure standalone system. And on the right-hand side, we can see a connection diagram that shows you how is the connection with the 4 wires of Wiegand from the reader to the mini controller, white to D1, green to D0, black to ground, and red to plus DC. A power supply. On the standalone, you can get a 12-volt 1 amp or 12-volt 2 amp power supply to feed the system. On the right-hand side, we can see the exit button connection and the locking connection. So the mini controller becomes the brain of the system, and that's where you connect the reader, the exit button, and the locking devices. But keep in mind that this is just for one door. And this is the model number of the mini controller, VIS-mini-CMTRL, mini controller. And you can have up to 1,000 users and no need for software because it's standalone. Okay, so let's continue. On the exit buttons, okay, we have a question from Khalil Nabi. In the near future, will you be adding any option of facial recognition readers? We used to have facial recognition readers, but we're probably seeing the opportunity of adding facial recognition. So for now, we don't have it on our portfolio, but we are thinking on the opportunity to launch facial recognition devices. Okay, Khalil. All right, so on the exit buttons, we have handicap push to exit button. We have indoor exit button with time delay, indoor no touch exit button, indoor push to exit button, indoor and outdoor no touch exit buttons, and outdoor weatherproof push to exit buttons. So let's see the model numbers that we have. So the first one is this one, the VIS-7000, which is green. We have a green push to square button. Is push to exit. We have the 7005, which is a slim line and is press to exit. We have the VIS-730, which is just push. It doesn't have a light. That's for small application. We have the VIS-39, which is for handicap or especially for handicapped people, it's a little bit wider and it's bigger for intended for handicapped people. We have the VIS 7040, which is the same as the VIS 7000, but it comes with some labels that you can put it in green or red, or in English and Spanish, push to exit, or presione para salir in Spanish. We also have the VIS 7043, which is also for handicapped people. And we have the VIS 7100, which is similar as the VIS 7000, but with the addition that this has a time delay module that you can set a time delay after you push the exit button to release the lock. And on the indoor-outdoor exit buttons, we have the 7001, press to exit, and the 7008, which is a slimline. And keep in mind that all our exit buttons have the three contacts, the dry contacts from normally open, normally closed, and common. And all of them work in 12-volt DC or 24-volt DC power input. Okay? And on the no-touch exit buttons, like the first one, the VIS 7013, this is our bestseller and the most commonly used for access control on commercial application or building application, is the no-touch VIS 7013. We have the 7028 and the 7029. They look similar to the 713, but they have different dimensions. And on the other hand, we have the outdoor no-touch exit button, the VIS 7042, which is indoor and outdoor rated IP66 weatherproof, and this is very handy for outdoor applications. Okay, and on the wireless receiver and wireless remote, we have the VIS 8004, which is this black box. It's a receiver, wireless receiver. It has an antenna that you can bus people in from the inside, or you can open the door from the outside with a remote, and they're wireless communicating devices. And the model numbers that we have the VIS 8004, which is the one-channel receiver, and for one door, and we have the VIS 8007, which is the two-channel receiver for two doors, and the remotes, the 8005, which comes with one button, and the 8008 comes with two buttons. So keep in mind that this receiver and remotes can be used for a standalone application, and also can be connected to an access control panel. So you can use the remote to remotely open the door with the remote and the receiver products. Okay. All right. So on this part, we are gonna see the locking devices. On the locking devices, we start with the Maglocks or magnetic locks. We have indoor double door Maglocks, indoor Maglocks, outdoor weatherproof gate Maglocks, and the small ML120 cabinet lock. Okay. So on the Maglocks, we have the VIS ML120, which is the small cabinet Maglock. We have the VIS ML300, the 600, and 1200. Those are the different indoor Maglocks that we have. The first one is 300 pounds of holding force, 600 pounds of holding force, and 1200 pounds of holding force. And for double doors, we have the 600D and the 1200D, which are 600 pounds of double locks and 1200 pounds of double locks. And for the outdoor Maglocks, we have the SS800, 800 pounds of outdoor magnetic lock, and SS1500, 1500 pounds of outdoor locks. They can be installed on gates or especially for outdoor application. And we also have the same indoor Maglocks 300, 600, and 1200 in different colors. Instead of silver color, we have white and black colors for the different version of the indoor Maglocks. We have it in silver, white, and black. Okay. So for the brackets, we have the armature plate cover for the armature plate that's installed on the front of the door. We have the in-swinging door brackets, which are the LNC brackets. We have Maglock brackets for glass door and Maglock brackets for glass door and glass frame. We also have an LS bracket, which is for narrow doors. And we have the outdoor LNC brackets for in-swinging doors. So as you know, the doors can open in-swinging or out-swinging, and depending if it's in-swinging or out-swinging, you will require a bracket if it's for in-swinging, with that, which is the LNC bracket. And for narrow door is the LS bracket, and for glass door is the U bracket. Okay. Now, we also have electric strikes. We have this electric strike that you install on the door jamb, and we have them in fail-safe, normally closed, and fail-secure, normally open configuration. The electric strike, we have these models, which is the VS-EL 100, which is fail-secure, the EL 101 fail-safe, EL 104, which is adjustable, fail-secure, and fail-safe. You just need to remove and unscrew, and that changes from fail-safe to fail-secure. We also have the VIS-EL 102 fail-safe and the VIS-EL 102 fail-safe as well. We can see them here. They are 770 pounds of locking force, and the 101 is 1,100 pounds. And the EL 104, which is the bestseller, it's has a locking force of 2,200 pounds, and this is adjustable, fail secure to fail safe, or normally open to normally close. Okay. Now, on the other hand, we have the Dropbolts. We have these different type of Dropbolts. 100 DP100, which is fail safe. 102, which is fail secure. 103, I mean that it's fail secure, and it also comes with a key cylinder for additional security. We have the DP104, which is fail safe and for narrow doors, and the DP105 for glass door and glass frames. Okay, so we can see the models here. They are either 1,700 pounds locking force or 2,600 pounds locking force on the different models. The DP104 is for narrow doors, and the DP105 is for glass door and glass frames. They all work as 12 volts or 24 VDC. And as you can see, we have normally closed or normally open models. All right, so this is basically the presentation of our portfolio of Visionis access control system solution. I wonder if you guys have any questions, any comments, and we're gonna wait some minutes to respond any question that you have. But this is basically the presentation. Again, thanks a lot for your attendance and your participation on this workshop of Visionis. We will be very glad to hear from you guys if you have any projects that you want to quote with Visionis for access control, and you can contact our sales representative for any quotation that you want. Okay. Okay, I have a question from Granville. If a customer has requested to integrate into building management system, can this be done? For BMS, just with the fire alarm extension board. With dry contacts, it could be possible to connect BMS with the Visionis panels. Okay. Any other questions? All right. And okay. So if you don't, okay, someone is typing. Let's give it a moment. Will the new software panel allow you to real-time monitoring? Yes, either on the old version of the software, which is the Titan VS-AXESS, you can do a real-time monitoring. But if you mean a remote real-time monitoring, that would be possible with the new software that we're going to launch. Then you can see the real-time monitoring remotely on the web browser on the cloud version. Okay. All right, Granville, thanks for your question. Anything else? Anybody else want to ask a question? All right, once again, thanks a lot for your attendance and participation. And if you have any questions, you can send me an email. You can contact our sales reps, or you can send an email to Gustavo or Sebastian. So once again, thanks for your attention and have a great day.